Hi, everybody. Good morning. It's Thursday, the 6th. It's really early in the morning, and I'm kind of disappointed because I made a really wonderful video for this, and something happened. It just disappeared and blew up trying to upload it on Facebook. So, the title of this, I'm actually giving it a title. It's called Filling the Holes or Filling in the Holes. Okay, so this has to do with deliverance as we walk it out. There's going to be holes where the spirits are, of Leviathan, Jezebel, Ahab are going to reach back and come to get us. A lot of this is from Nelson Schumann's uh, videos and teachings, Restored to Freedom. I highly recommend it. Everything I'm participating in that now, so I recommend that. And a lot of this is from uh, a lot of his preaching. So a lot of people remember how I got started, and I went and sought the peace of God, and I wanted to soften my heart. So there was a lot of challenges of repentance, forgiveness. Later on, you saw me go down to the river, down to the airport, down in DC when I went to National. It woke up a lot of those childhood memories. Um, so that's what I wanted to talk about. I went back into a lot of my histories, woke up some memories, and really delved in and repented, forgave, and found those root issues. And then I'm at now, I'm talking fast because I want to make this video quick and I got to get to work. Warfare, okay? And so I got into warfare and then I retreated again. So that's the timeline that um, I wanted to talk about. You know, the fruit of the Spirit, not operating in the flesh, very important. And that's what I'm learning. I parked there for a long time, operating in the flesh. Now I want to operate with the fruits of the Spirit, which can be seen in me where I leave awake, where people that see me say, hey, I want that. I want what Patrick has. Okay, so now I'm starting to have that joy, health. I'm feeling a little younger, better, yeah. Peace, a lot of peace. But there is warfare, and that's why I'm talking about this filling in the holes. A lot of us have been affected by demons where we have bad thoughts, we're yelling at our spouse or people. This is all the enemy's doing. When we get hurt in our past, the enemy sends demons to whisper thoughts into our minds to try to remind us of all the bad things, to get us angry, jealous, rejected, bitter, never to trust anyone, prideful, etc. Over and over again into our minds, the demon will tell us this. Um, Paul said that we need to take these thoughts captive. So it's really important that we do recognize when these thoughts come in, when these thoughts come up, and take them captive. That's the holes. That's where that Leviathan spirit, the Jezebel spirit, Ahab, will come in. And we have to recognize those triggers, and we have to recognize when they're coming up so that we can get on top of them. Car cuts us off, and oh, whoop, 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 I feel it coming. Stop. That's not me. I'll still get to where I'm going. You go ahead, and hopefully you don't cause any accidents or anything like that. So, and we must forgive, and forgiveness is going to begin here first. We have to learn to forgive ourselves. We need to learn to look in the mirror and like who we see. And that's really important. A lot of this is from Nelson Schumann's Restored to Freedom ministry. So remember, I recommend that. The enemy will tell you constantly, don't trust that person. They will just hurt you. Protect yourself. It's not true with the freedom. I'm sorry. So when the enemy whispers those things into your ears, it's not true. The freedom and peace of deliverance. And then here's a big one. Vengeance is ours, saith us. I loved when Nelson said that because there's so many people that walk in that, and it's terrible. So vengeance is ours, saith us, instead of the Lord. That doesn't even sound right? But how many people do we see walking that out? We need to change that philosophy. Pride, he talked about, was a big one, and that's something that I saw. And that's a big opening of that hole that needs to be filled on a daily basis so that you can keep on top of these things. Pride will blind us from seeing things in ourselves. It can keep us from our healing. It is such a hard thing to get rid of. And it's so true. So we need to get rid of that pride, feeling rejected, controlling people, having pride, striving, and causing arguments. These are all means to the enemy, and these are the holes. When we walk out in deliverance, when I go to that peaceful area like I was yesterday, and I'm in the river or what have you, that's the time where those holes are opened up, and the enemy, that Leviathan spirit, will reach up one of those tentacles and grab your rib and pull you back and tell you these things in your ears. And we can't have that. 2 Timothy 2:23-24. A servant of the Lord must not strive, but be gentle in all his ways. That's a tough one. Got to be gentle in all our ways, even when the emotions get turned up and all that. And I want to finish right now with this Psalms 37. Delight yourself in the Lord, and he shall give you the desires of your heart. Okay, that's very hard. Like right now, I'm in warfare, and I want to go into there and speak truth, speak with love. I want to speak truth, but it's not being heard. And so I'm not going to, I'm going to wait until the Lord does his work over here, and I'm going to stay retreated over here. And I'm going to delight myself in the Lord. I'm going to work on this soft heart, removing the scales over the heart, over the eyes. And so it was really important to me that this can be a whole, and you've got to recognize these holes, and they come up daily. Deliverance is not something, boom, healed, gone. Okay? It's something that you've got to work on every day. Because of that Leviathan spirit, it's entrenched there. What happens is when you get deliverance, you can shrink him and make him kind of disappear, and the demon just knows that, the enemy knows I have no voice here. I'm not going to waste my time. He's devoted to the Lord. And when you get there, wow, I can imagine. And that's where I'm heading. I'm looking to get to that point. I'll be looking, forever to get to further and further to that point. So I just wanted to make this video. Yesterday's video was so nice, and I'm so mad it didn't work and I lost it. I don't know what happened. It was a pretty background, and I was in the trees, and one of my favorite places where there's real presence of the Lord. So anyway, I've got to get to work. You all have a wonderful, blessed day. Remember, stay attentive to yourself. Fill in those holes where that the enemy, through the Leviathan and Jezebel and Ahab spirit, can come back in. Okay? Fill those holes. Be on point and recognize and take your delight in the Lord. Okay? So I've got to get to work. God bless. Have a good day.